Okay. How good is this? How good is this bundle? Are we going in the right direction? Okay, so Monk is going in the right direction because I think a couple of the changes that I made were changes that I predicted. Here's the thing, right? So we've now gotten three things. We've gotten Moondruid, which to this day we all know is one of the problematic subclasses. We got World Tree Barbarian, which is a new subclass. So I'm assuming one of the next bundles is also going to have Brawler, Fighter, and stuff. And then we have Monk, which, I think if Monk would not have been in this bundle, people would have flipped their shit, right? Because it had Monk needed changes. It finally got some of them. I think they can go a little further, but this is a good starting off point. Um, they're finally willing to change stuff about Monk, like actively change stuff, and I think that's at least a little bit of the direction that we wanted to see. Um, Even if I still think there's big things that could be changed about D&D that could make it better. Um, I think this is a good start for Monk. I think Druid, I mean, it was kind of within expectations. Druid, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Um, like the Druid changes, I mean, the Moon Druid changes, because Druid didn't really change, it was decent. Like, yeah, but still, you're gonna run into the like Moon Druid. I still just find a weird subclass to talk about because again, it's one of my favorite subclasses of Druid, if not my favorite. But that's possibly because it's broken, because it's just so good. Why would you play something else? Um, and at that point, if you get to that level, you need to nerf it. So it completely and utterly makes sense that they got rid of a lot of the power that's behind Moondruid, especially knowing that Druid already has so much power within its spell list. Um, being a primal caster, and then World Tree. I mean, Barbarian is such a difficult class to really talk about because I feel like Barbarian is probably one of the better ones, better original designs. Be it that for me, Barbarian suffers of the same problem that Monk did. Monk has now improved that, but Barbarian still suffers from the same problem, which is options, right? Like, I think that's one of the big issues still with Barbarian is the idea that you get very little choice in your building of this character. Sure, you can say weapon mastery, sure, but as we all know, I don't like weapon mastery, so I don't count that. But other than that, like your building choices for Barbarian are what's your level 3, your 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 ability score improvements. And other than that, you can't build Barbarian very differently. And even beyond that, there's also just the thing of during combat, you get to bonus action rage. Okay, sure. Now you have like the little brutal attack or brutal strike things that they added, but that's level 9. You have to get to level 9 before you can make choices during combat besides am I going to rage and am I going to reckless attack? The answer to both, which is usually at this point, yes, because that's what you do as a barbarian. So I think I would like to see Barbarian get some more options. Monk did because of the fact they got rid of key points on a lot of the features. I refuse to call it discipline points. I swear. Um, and then Druid. I mean, Druid is Druid, right? It's a full caster. The problems with Druid are not within Druid. The problems with Druid are within full casters, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, yeah. I think that's most of what I wanted to say about this. I don't think there's much else that I can really add to this conversation if I'm being perfectly honest. Um, I'm assuming from this release that they're not gonna take that long. I would assume we're getting another one in December. We're getting another One D&D bundle in December. I would assume, um, because why else would they only release 3 classes, three subclasses? Um, I'm also wondering what they're planning on doing about weapons and weapon mastery and stuff, because nothing there has really moved since its release. I've mentioned this in the previous bundle. Very little really changed for weapon masteries in the previous bundle, so yeah. I don't know. It's a weird. It's not a bad bundle. I think the problem is just like this is a smaller bundle, right? It's only 3 classes, 3 subclasses. It's so small. I didn't expect this, especially with their well. To be fair, they did release Bastion and the Bastions within the last couple of weeks slash months, so it makes sense that they would release less in this one, I guess. But still. Anyway, I've been talking for way too long. So, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that some of you have your own opinions. You want to share them in the comments, go for it. I am probably still gonna work on my own 1D&D versions for a little bit until I get sick of it. Because I have fun with these little things. I actually had a lot of fun recording the Fighter and Monk ones. I don't know if the next one's already going to be out. Probably. It should be. So keep an eye out for that. And other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been 7 Draws to 6 or 7 the DM for 7th roll. See you guys next time.